Hi everyone, I'm going to have a go at painting a castle today, and got a few photographs and just deciding which one I'm going to work for. This is a nice photograph of Cork Castle, so I'm dividing it into quarters, and then with an HB propelling pencil just doing the topography sketch. In other words, taking the big shapes and just drawing some of the big shapes, making sure I put a bit of the greenery in, and finding the horizon line, taking out anything that I don't want, and now I'm ready to paint. I'm working on Derwent watercolour paper, which is very, very smooth, and I've just brought some wax crayons on, which I'm going to use as a resist. So the fact that they've got candle wax in them means that when you paint on top of them, these colours will resist the paint. I'm now using some watercolour, which I'm going to just dilute it down a bit, and using a sword brush. These are terrific brushes to use, they carry a lot of water. So going to just wet the horizon area and then drop some colour in and allowing it to run, very much a wet into wet approach. Sword brushes are terrific, you can do a lot of detail with them as well as actually just use them to drop paint in. I'm scratching with my fingernail here and there just to create a bit of texture into the wax, and you can see how the wax crayon is resisting the water. I use very few colours. I usually work with yellows, reds and blues, the primary colours, and mix all my colours from there. And this is the initial wash of the greens going down. So taking the idea from the photograph and making sure I've got some dark spots here and there. You'll see me scratching into the waxy resist with my nail quite a bit. Painting the castle, I'm using purples and oranges, a lot of complementary colours, trying to get a sort of silhouette against the light sky, and the wax crayon is just keeping some of that texture. Now I'm using a dried pastel and just softening some of the edges, taking it darker where I need the dark and putting the light in where I need the light. Quite good for just brightening a painting. Watercolour with pastel on top does give you a lot of very beautiful results, so it's quite a favourite of mine. Last bit of detail I'm going to do, we'll be using a Pilot pen, a 0.5 width pen, and it's quite nice for putting details in, so you'll see me using that in a moment. Here we go. Going over the castle, pulling out little windows, little details. And so it's very much a mixed media painting, starting off with wax crayon, putting watercolour in, putting pastels on, and now putting some ink in, putting out the details. Of course you can keep on working it until you're happy, but that works for me, so I hope you have a go at this. Mixed media. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. You'll find the button below. Thank you.